What's happening, people? Artificial partners. This is in relation to a lot of the games that we see AI, so-called AI, playing. Essentially, it is AI, specific AI playing, such as Go and Jeopardy. I think one of the most famous ones for me, the one that really kind of set it apart, set machines apart, set AI apart, was Watson and Jeopardy. And if we look at that game, we look at what the machine actually did, then it's fair to say that when Watson answered a question, it didn't have a clue what it was saying. It had no idea. It knew what was correct, what was incorrect, but it didn't know what it was saying. And I think even in my explanation, this is extremely hard to grasp, to know what it is to get a correct answer and not understand it, and to win a game, to get so many correct answers and not understand it. If the announcer, whatever, the game controller, the guy in charge of the game, said something different, said, what's your opinion on the French Revolution, or was it a good thing? Watson would have no response. Watson and these machines, they don't understand the game or the response in the way that we do, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter in order to win the game. What the machine valued, what these AIs value, is being correct, and this is what the creators have told the machines, the AI, to value. Being correct, winning is important. Nothing else is. And there's a lot in that to unpack at some later date. I think all of us know back from high school with the multiple choice questions that I think most of us had, that you can bullshit your way to a pass mark. You don't need to understand a question to understand the answer in order to get many of the questions right. There's the old trick of choosing all C's, because on average more answers are C's than A, B or D. And it seems that in a way you can bullshit your way to undisputed champion of Jeopardy. And the question now is, can you bullshit your way to superiority? Is understanding the concepts that you use, is that important? Does it have value? That's another question, but is it important as far as adaptation and things like this? I think it's not. You can win Jeopardy, you can drive a car. Apparently what you're actually doing doesn't matter if you understand it or not, if you do it right. And I think this will return to us. What exactly do we know when we do something? What are we doing? Do we really understand what we're talking about, or are we just like Watson, extrapolating from data and getting the most likely correct answer, the probability of 99.9%, and that's good enough? Are we just machines? Are we doing anything all that different from what these machines do? I mean, let's assume that we are different than machines. Then what we are designing in these AI, the value system that we're giving them, it's very different from ours. And that means that when they play chess or Go or Jeopardy or one of these strategy games, they're doing something different. They're playing a different game to the one that we're playing. So I mean, it is not so much that we're creating a kind of primitive reflection of ourselves with this AI, creating something completely different, creating an other with a capital O. It is not us. if the value systems are different, it is not us, the behavior is not like us. Yeah, I think potentially with that, and you see it in a lot of the games that we're playing. For example, with the strategy game, I think it was called DAC, don't know what it stands for. It was a computer strategy game. Kind of like Age of Empires. That's when I was playing strategy games way back then. Command and Conquer, Tiberian Sun. First of all, the AI taught itself how to play the game, and after a month of practicing in emulation, playing I think 1 million games or something against itself, it learned how to beat the best human players. And what resulted in that was that the human players would then use the AI to learn how to play better. They would improve their game by playing the AI and finding new ways to win. Essentially treating the AI as a partner, as a training partner. And I think in that there is a relationship developing between AI and humans, most pronounced in these games that we're playing. And there are mutual advantages, and I mean mutual because if it's done right, then the AI also learns from what we humans do, learning different things. Yeah, so I think a computer beating a human is much less important since Deep Blue and Kasparov. Beating a human is no longer such a big thing, although it still gets a lot of attention. It's in how we relate to each other and what the relationship is. That's where the next revolution lies, and where the true value lies in the coming years. We're partnering up, and we're partnering up with something that's distinct and separate and an other from us, something alien to us, something different. And I think with this deeper relationship, with it developing, then as we use it more and more, then that relationship will become vital to our own success, individual and group, especially in the games that we play. Yeah. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.